Shabbat Shalom. Oh, come on, there's a lot of you out there. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
There you go. Well, we should do things about weddings more often. Look, it's so nice to see everyone out here. It's very good to come here to the congregation. There's a lot going on out there. Here we're going to have a peaceful Shabbat where everyone is welcomed, and we're so glad for each and every one of your presence here today. Let's take a nice deep breath of Shabbat air. We breathe in this week, this beautiful week, this hard week, this joyous week, and we breathe out all the ickiness. Okay, ready? How blessed we are to come together. Bruce, how do you go so, it's like, how are you going to come up here? It's like you're going to, what do you say in the middle there? Let's see. We're going to invite Bruce Chorus up here to welcome everyone officially.
And I'm even getting through the chairs. Without
You're
tripping.
purple, so we can identify.
Without tripping. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to L'chaim, our really informative and interesting series of services as we look at all of the various rituals connected with life cycle events. And tonight we look at weddings. I'm looking around the room and I see a lot of people who were either married in this sanctuary or at Temple Sinai, married here at Shir Shalom, married at Beth Am, married at Sinai. How many weddings have you performed since you became rabbi of Shir Shalom?
Probably about 60, maybe.
Yeah, 60. Keeping you busy. We like that. Anyway, so tonight should be a really interesting evening. I know that we have some interesting speakers this evening. And Barry, are you going to talk? Are you talking?
He's deferring.
No.
He's deferring to his beautiful wife.
Okay, then we do have interesting speakers tonight. We're good. Anyway, I'll get out of the way and let things get started, and I'll be back with the announcements. Shabbat Shalom.
Cantor has really pulled out the works of lots of songs related to weddings because they're wonderful songs. I'll let you, do you want to explain any of that?
Sure. We're going to be doing a number of settings from the Song of Songs, which is the love poetry of our Bible. And beautiful poetic lyrics. Settings that are modern settings and traditional settings, and even an Oriental, a Yemenite setting from the Song of Songs. Right now we're just going to listen to Arise My Love, and it's from Song of Songs 2, sentences 10 through 13. Arise My Love, and this is from Debbie Friedman. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter's past, and the rain is gone. The flowers appear on earth, the time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle is heard. The fig tree bringeth forth her green figs, and the vines in blossom bring forth their fragrance. Arise, arise, my love, my fair one, come away. Arise, my love, come away. and come away. Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. And come away.
Beautiful. We'll turn to our candle lighting on 120. And Linda, could you come help? Linda had a wonderful week this week because baby Meadow, Sherry and Colton's baby was born this week. And she told me she got to hold baby Meadow, who has a big sister, Aurora.
I stayed overnight with big sister Aurora for a couple nights.
We're very happy for Sherry and Colton and the whole Kester, the whole family.
Oops.
Uh-oh, I didn't mean that we gave you trick matches.
Because every time people couldn't work the phone thing. Ooh, it worked. Here to help.
So again, page 120, the candle lighting blessings.
Oh, it went out.
Oh, no. Because you blew the one back. I was just thinking, we're in the book of Leviticus, and there's a lot of fire and burning. And I just had this image of Aaron, Moses' brother, trying to light matches. And do you think that they struggled the same way? They must have.
Well, they had that pillar of fire that.
Oh, they had a pillar of fire. Yeah, exactly. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivonu le'hadlik ner shall shine. Blessed are the candles that light our way into Shabbat, and we turn to the Kiddush where we sanctify Shabbat on page 123. And oh, you already had lifted the glass. Again, page 123. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'ratza banu v'shabbat kodsho v'yahava uvratzon imkanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziyah mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta michol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'yahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
It's grape juice.
Oh, it's grape juice, yeah.
That's what they do it in the
Works in the
mirror.
mirror.
So our normal Shabbat service has a wedding setting that's already built to it by the Kabbalist. We'll turn to L'chadodi, where we welcome in the bride of Shabbat on page 138 and 139. And Shabbat is often a really important part of any wedding weekend. I don't know, maybe Ronnie will explain it, but in Ufraf, which is the Shabbat before a wedding usually, that's the wedding, the couple is often celebrated. And we have it here in Kabbalat Shabbat. So we're going to sing the first, second, fifth, and ninth verses. On the ninth verse, 1, 2, 5, and 9. On the ninth verse, we face the doorway. We imagine Shabbat entering as a bride. We bow to her, and then we welcome one another by waving. Standing for our call of community, page 146, the Baruch Hu. So we have another setting for the wedding service, and
It's another hand clapper. Oh, the Yeshama.
It's a traditional
Again.
wedding blessing.
Yeah. Again, may there be heard in the cities of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem, the voice of gladness, the voice of bride and groom. עוד שמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה. עוד שמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה. עוד שמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה. עוד בני יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה. כל חתן וכל כלה.
We continue with the Shema, page 152, 153.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated. We turn to 154. This is where love enters into our service right here.
Right here with a ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha v'b'chol nafshecha v'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם בבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך ובביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ושתה לאור הידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי וייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
I wrote this poem this week that is not about weddings, but it feels like it is. It's called What Are We to One Another? What are we to one another? Are we like water slipping through fingers, leaving them clean? Or more like sand, coarse and abrasive, full of rough edges? I want to be like clay, sticky and full, creating structure. When I squeeze your hand, it means I love you, always. Look what we have accomplished together. our two hands united in a shared project that will stay, even when we are not connected, even when we are no longer alive. We will live in that shared feeling of pressed skin, taking shape in objects and things that no longer actually no longer are actually us. We're going to continue with our own silent reflections. I'm going to invite you to rise. The Tefillah prayer begins on page 164 till page 180. Take this time for your own thoughts and prayers, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated. That's a good idea.
No, it's in the front of the songs. Those are readings.
Okay.
The song index is over here. Oh, wait, let's go to alphabetical. It's there. 120. And 653.
I invite you to turn to page 129. There's a beautiful song often sung on Shabbat with the wedding theme called Dodi Li.
Let's read the English together. What page was that? 129? Everyone together. My beloved is mine, and of my beloved, who browses among the lilies. Who is this that comes up from the desert in clouds of myrrh and frankincense? You have captured my heart, my sister, my bride. Awake, O north wind, come, O south wind. And that has a response, a musical response, Kol Do Di, which is another section of the Song of Songs, chapter 2. And she responds, Hark, my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. Dodi Li, page 129. Try with me. slowly, everyone. From the Yemenite. Kondondi, kondondi, kondondi nesepa. Kondondi, kondondi, kondondi nesepa. Midanega he hari, eka pensa hagvahon. Midanega he hari, eka pensa hagvahon.
I feel like we're ready to do a wedding here. Let's turn to our healing blessing on page 371, the Mishaberach. I'm going to read our list of names, and afterwards we'll go around, and if you have other names that you'd like to say, just raise your hand. As a community, we are sending prayers to Nancy Adler, Cecil Ammerman, Lynn Bass, Ellen Bernstein, Jeff Brody, who thankfully is already here, Rosemary Bergholzer, Ronnie DeBrowen, Ruth Dunphy, Kenny Duval, Jim Fagenbaum, Paul Fagenbaum, Janice Fagenbaum, Faylene Forbin, Al Green, Herb Greenman, Stephen Gross, Carol Grosser, Ernie Grosser, Jill Hamilton, Mike Holt, Vicky Holt, Lori Holt, Leandra Holt, Joan Alexander Hyman, Ryan Johnson, Alan Karch, Elaine Kellick, Bill Klein, Bruce Karotkin, Dr. Thomas Langan, Latif, our delivery driver, Larry he had passed, Joe Lippett, Sharon Phillips, Megan Phillips, Ben Peremsky, Robin Lewis, Rebecca Malone, Fanny Markel, Joan Ollendorf, Carol Paris, Marianne Pula, Richard Radis, Linda Resnick, Mark Rodman, Tony Romano, Sarah Korn Rothschild, Marty Rubin, Michael Schreiber, Renee Schwartz, Lynn Scuratorni, Benjamin Sermon, Rodney Shapiro, Carol Shine, Roz Silver, Mark Slonim, Eric Smith, Edward Stapleton, Mark Terranova, Linda Timlin, Renata and Wolfgang Toll, Judy Van Horm, Isaac Webb, Evie Weinstein, Max Willig, Gail Willig-Smith, Miriam Bat Mordechai, Chana Ezra Ben Shul, and Carla Bat Chana. If you have other names, just raise your hand. We'll bring all those names into our hearts, both those said and unsaid, as we sing the Mishaberach.
To make our lives
with refuah shlema, a renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
A complete healing of body and soul. May all our prayers go to where they're needed. We're going to turn our attention now to our L'chaim program. I'd like to invite up Ronnie DeBrowen, who is going to introduce. And should we bring up our speakers yet, or should we? Okay, yeah. Kirsty Henry and Cindy Ritala, we'll bring you guys up. Do you want to be up here? Okay. Do you want a taller one?
I'm sorry. Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
and welcome to our L'chaim celebration of weddings. Most of us have been to a Jewish wedding, some haven't. According to tradition, a Jewish wedding is a tapestry woven from many threads: biblical, historical, mystical, cultural, and legal. Threads carried from one generation to the next, forming a chain of Jewish continuity which goes back more than 3,800 years. On the cosmic level, our sages teach that each marriage ceremony is a reenactment of the marriage between God and the Jewish people that took place at Mount Sinai, and that the wedding day is a personal Yom Kippur, the holiest and most auspicious day of one's life. But a marriage is also an intricate legal transaction by which the wedding couple enter into a mutually binding commitment. The rituals and traditions of the Jewish wedding derive from both its legalistic particulars and its underlying spiritual themes. Sounds like the Kala is calling. The body and soul of the Jewish wedding. Now, I struggled with a lot of the language tonight because in some of what follows, to explain traditional wedding customs, I will refer to a bride and a groom, and I mean no offense to anyone. Everything I mention can be adapted to all people. The Jewish wedding typically starts mid-afternoon and ends late at night. In Israel, it ends days later, it felt like. But it can be longer or shorter. It is generally followed by 7 days of celebration, one of the many times I'll use the expression Sheva Brachot. A wedding does not take place on Shabbat or holidays, or during the counting of the Omer traditionally. That's from the second day of Passover until Shavuos, with the exception of the 33rd day, Lag BaOmer, when lots of weddings take place. When you think of a Jewish wedding, certain specific things come to mind, like this thing right here. For sure, we think of the chuppah, the wedding canopy, representing the couple's new home. It's always open on the sides to represent the tent of Abraham and Sarah, who welcomed all guests. Sometimes the chuppah is fashioned from a tallis, sometimes borrowed from the synagogue, and sometimes created by the family. And it's always held up by people, or there are people around the poles, because We can't do it without everybody around us. But before we all gather to listen to and celebrate the vows which are taken under the chuppah, it's not uncommon to have a Kabbalat Panim, a celebration that may take place. The betrothed are in separate rooms in a traditional setting because traditionally they don't see each other for 7 days, which makes their coming back together more remarkable, more special. Now, liberal denominations usually don't adhere to this, but it can be pretty wonderful. For the men, to which women can go, there's a thing called a tish. The groom has to give words of Torah. Everybody else there is drinking and eating and celebrating and heckling and trying to get him off his game. And it's all about trying to calm him down. He should not be nervous when he's under the chuppah, because this is a time when he should be in that moment. So everybody tries to distract him. Meanwhile, while the chatan is being distracted, the kala has her own stuff going on. You guys know the kala because you sing about her every single week, and the chatan is the groom. The kala is also being celebrated by her friends and family with love and joy. Now, traditionally, really, the wedding couple is fasting. And so the next time that they have sustenance, they'll do it together, and they'll do it privately, which I'll talk about in a moment. In very traditional settings, in very traditional families, the kala has already had a cool party called a techo party, where she learns how to tie all the different ways of the way she's going to cover her head. And so one of the things you do at a techo party is you bring her a beautiful scarf, and you give her a remarkable way to tie it. So next time you see somebody, a traditional woman with a scarf, you may think that she might have been taught right before she got married. In Ashkenazi tradition, as the rabbi said earlier, there's an ufruf, Yiddish for calling up, and it occurs the Shabbat prior to the wedding usually, where the groom or the couple have a Torah aliyah. In the Sephardic world, this occurs after the wedding, and it always includes the passage from Genesis in which Abraham sends his servant to find a suitable bride for Isaac. In both traditional and modern Judaism, the bride often goes to the mikveh during the week prior to the wedding, the ritual bath. This is a holy time and a holy act, a physical act symbolizing cleansing, renewal, and the beginning of a new family unit. While symbolic, it's also powerful and moving. The only time I cried at my daughter's wedding, the whole time, was when I went to the mikveh with her. And it was so remarkable. It was it's a moment I'll never forget. A beautiful tradition for some Sephardic brides is a henna party, when, after the mikveh, the bride's family hosts a party with music, dancing, and sweet foods. Henna is applied to both members of the couple's hands in circles and on the palms, symbols of luck and prosperity, blessing them with fertility and protection against the evil eye. Now, perhaps you've heard of the ketubah. The ketubah is the wedding contract, and it may be viewed as the original prenup agreement. It is a formal document outlining the partner's responsibilities, signed by witnesses, very proscribed witnesses, they can't be members of the family, which may be done in private with just the family or in public, and may reflect ancient words written in Aramaic or written in a modern form, usually in Hebrew. It is beautiful and artistic and it's an artistic document meant to be framed and hung in the new family's home. Next, the bedecken, or checking from Yiddish, when the groom covers the bride's face with a veil just before the ceremony, hearkening back to the story of Jacob being tricked into marrying Leah instead of Rachel, as she was already veiled. It also honors the inner beauty of the bride and is often included in modern Jewish weddings because of that. Both people getting married usually wear white, symbolizing purity and the couple's rebirth together. Now, royalty is always escorted by an entourage, and on that day when they're likened to king and queen, a wedding couple is accompanied to the chuppah by escorts, usually a married couple that serve as their personal honor guard. It can be the couple's parents, it doesn't have to be, and can be grandparents and lots of family members in the entourage as well. Maybe you've seen this in real life or in the movies, but the escorts lock elbows with the bride and groom while leading them to the chuppah, and all the escorts hold candles, symbolizing the fervent wish that the couple's life together be one of joy and light. The groom is led to the chuppah first, where he awaits the arrival of his bride. Unlike in our secular society, the bride, if there's a mom and dad for the bride, or two moms or two dads, everybody walks the bride down, or I guess the other groom down. You don't just have the dad giving away the daughter. All the escorts, I told you that. The groom is led to the chuppah first, where he awaits the arrival of his bride. In Ashkenazi communities, the bride circles the groom 7 times upon arrival at the chuppah. With these circles, the bride is creating an invisible wall around her husband, into which she will step, to the exclusion of all others. It is now much more common for the 2 people to circle each other. We were recently at a wedding where she went 3 times, he went 3 times, and then they went once together. And that symbolizes the new family circle they're creating. Finally, the most intense moments of the wedding occur. The mitzvah of marriage is performed over a cup of wine. The rabbi holds the cup of wine and recites the blessing, and then the betrothal blessing, which thanks God for sanctifying us with the mitzvah of betrothal before consummating marriage. The couple are each given a sip from the cup. They place wedding bands on each other's fingers, and you may know that in traditional Jewish weddings, the band is placed on the woman's ring finger. This is pointer finger, this finger, because it's the direct line to the heart. And each of them says, "With this ring, you are consecrated to me according to the law of Moses and Israel." If the ketubah has not been read publicly, it can be read publicly now, and then given to the bride, who, in our daughter-in-law's case, took it and shook it and showed it to everybody. She was really excited. The 7 blessings, the Sheva Brachot, are now recited and sung, and the couple share a glass of wine. The glass, or whatever that you do, is wrapped in a napkin, and it's broken. And everybody shouts, Mazel Tov! There are many explanations for that. I think the most common one is that the shattering of the glass reminds us that even at the height of personal joy, we must always remember the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. But I like this one better myself. These sounds of broken glass and the shouting of Mazel Tov resound through the couple's married life. When either breaks something, literally or figuratively, during their life together, they should shout Mazel Tov and say, "Thank you, God, for giving me a real person in my life, not an angel, a mortal human being who is characterized by fluctuating moods, inconsistencies, and flaws. I like that a lot. I wish I had known that. I would have put that in the ketubah. Immediately after the chuppah, the couple adjourned to the yichud room, the seclusion room, where they spend a few minutes alone. After all the public pomp and ceremony, it's a time for the couple to share some private moments. The purpose of the entire day, weeks, months building up, the entire ceremony. Even while surrounded by a crowd clamoring to shower them with love and attention, they must take a few moments to be there for each other. It's an important lesson for their marriage. The couple should never allow the hustle and bustle of life to completely engulf them. They must always find a private time for each other. Inside the room, the couple traditionally breaks their wedding day fast and customarily exchanges gifts. It's a customary blessing that each says to the other, "May you merit to have a long life and to unite with me in love from now until eternity. May I dwell with you forever." At Sephardic weddings, the newlywed couple customarily waits until after the wedding reception before entering the yichud room. Next, the seudah, the celebration and feast. The hora is danced. The couple is hoisted on chairs, each holding the end of a cloth, and this part is so much fun. If you're at a traditional wedding, there's shtick. The couple are seated in thrones, really nice chairs, and everybody entertains them with all kinds of skits and dancing and all kinds of silly routines so that they should be happy. Now, while many couples fly off to exotic lands to honeymoon, Judaism offers a wonderful tradition, also called a Sheva Brachot. For 7 days, the couple is entertained and fed by the community, by friends and family on each different night for 7 days. The 7 blessings, those Sheva Brachot, are also offered each night, and one of the unspoken rules is that there should be a new person each night, somebody who hasn't been there one of the other nights. How typical was your wedding to what I just recounted? While you think about that, let me introduce our 2 guests tonight. I want to welcome Kirsty Henry and Cindy Rotella. So I have some questions for each of you, and you can feel free to elaborate. She wore her wedding shoes. Can I borrow this one? So for each of you, did you include any Jewish rituals in your wedding? And if so, which ones and why?
I did. We did include rituals. I had to write them down because I wasn't sure I would remember all of them. We spent a lot of time exploring all of these rituals and what they mean, and there's beautiful meaning in all of them. And we felt that Jewish life is really what brought us together, so we wanted to honor that. So among them, we did sign a ketubah, and did you talk about the veiling? Yeah, you did, Bedekin, yes. So we did have a veiling ceremony. I did circle my groom. We did stand under this very chuppah. We actually had our wedding outside, out in the garden, back behind, beyond the tent, out in the grass. And we exchanged rings. You can see that I still have my wedding ring on my index finger. and the breaking of the glass.
Well, Joe and I actually got married by, can you hold it? Is it not on? Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. So Joe and I actually got married, as you all know, he's an officer of Amherst. And at the time, he wanted to get married by having the judge of Amherst marry us, who Joe worked with, right? Yeah, okay. So we got married at the town of Amherst. Joe actually built our chuppah in our living room out of PVC pipes, is that what it is? And tools. And on one of our first dates, my grandmother just passed away a couple of years prior. And we were on a date, first or second? Second? He should be up here. Our second date, and we were walking, and my grandmother loved ladybugs. And we were walking by the water, and there was a ladybug that was following us. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I have a little brain issue going on, so. And it kept following us, and I'm staring at it, didn't say a word to him about it. Then we got in the car, and there was a ladybug in the car. In the middle of the dashboard, or no, in between the seats, right? Yeah, come here. Yeah, come here.
It was on my neck, went down my arm, went to the center council, and then went on her ring that she had from her puppy.
Yeah, that was given to me the night before she passed away. So then we went to Panera for lunch, and we're sitting inside Panera, and there's a ladybug on the plate. And I'm like, okay, I just started crying. So I had to tell, so he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, this is my bubby checking you out, making sure you're okay. So then we had lunch, we got back in the car, he drove me home. The ladybug is still in the car. If it's the same one, I don't know. And I said to him, he pulled in the driveway, and I was like, do you want me to take it? He's like, no, I guess she still has some more to do with me. I'm like, okay. So I got out, and I don't know how long the ladybug was there, but Joe always says that Bubby was checking him out to make sure he was okay. So on the chuppah that Joe made, we went and got little ladybugs and put little ladybugs all over the chuppah. And at the reception that we had, on the table were little ladybugs. So that was at our first wedding. 10 years later, we actually renewed our vows at Temple here, under that chuppah. And we did the ketubah, and we just had just immediate family and a couple friends. I think there was maybe 10 people. And Rabbi Alex performed it. And he didn't know about the first story. But I always wanted to get married at Temple, but I understood why he wanted the judge to marry us also. So 10 years later, we renewed our vows here. And yes, we did do the ketubah was from only here. We did not have one at our first marriage. We did the breaking of the glass, and Judge Klein, right? It was Judge Klein? Judge Klein actually explained to everybody what was going on, and did a wonderful job, and we redid everything right here.
Have you been, either of you, up on chairs?
Oh, yes.
It's scary.
It's very scary, especially when
Have you
you're,
all been up on chairs? It's horrible.
and
I think it's crazy.
it's awful.
And then,
I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with my husband, but if we were going to even try to do hoisting anything on chairs, He would be researching insurance policies. The temple doesn't have adequate coverage for that, and it would have probably set our wedding back like months. So there was no hoisting at our wedding. There was no hoisting.
Nope, I actually slid right off, right down. And actually, one of my girlfriend's daughter goes, "There goes Aunt Cindy."
Is there a standout moment for you from your wedding?
Actually, Barry and I were talking about this evening before we came over. And I told him, for whatever reason, the standout moment for me was when, because we were getting married outside, out in the garden, in the back of the temple, but we wanted to do the ketubah and the veiling ceremony here inside the sanctuary. So I had a car, a limousine that brought me here, and I came in actually through that door on the side, and came in here, met Barry, and this is where we did the sign the ketubah and had the veiling ceremony. But when the car first pulled up, that door has since been replaced, but it used to get stuck. And we couldn't open it. And so when the car pulled up, actually Todd was standing there at the door waiting for me. And I remember seeing him there, and it felt really special because I knew that Barry had probably given him instructions that he needed to stand there and he needed to stand still. And yet, Todd, you have one job. One job. And there he was, and it was comforting to me. So, as I got to the door, it was very un-Todd-like. He was standing there, he was very, he was quiet, he was respectful, he was just sweet, and he got the door open and I came in. I've never seen Todd so calm. So that was a standout, I would say, for me.
I don't think I can match that. A standout moment, I guess it would be a little of both. When we got married under the chuppah that my husband made, and when we actually got married here at Temple.
Is there anything either of you would do differently, knowing how it went? Something you'd add or something you'd subtract?
Absolutely nothing. I think my wedding day was perfect.
I would probably check out the chair before they lifted me in it.
Or form some kind of seatbelt.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I know you preserved the clothes that you wore because we can see them. Did you preserve the clothes that you wore?
I have them at home, yes. They're in a bag.
I'm kind of glad. I know for a while there was a tradition, not Jewish tradition, of trashing the dress.
Oh, really?
And so brides would, may have this.
Yeah.
Thanks. Brides would get in their wedding dress and jump into a muddy pond or do all kinds. And it's like, that was $17,000 you wore it once, and you're jumping into a muddy pond. This is not a good way to start.
I kind of would have been down for that. I didn't know about that.
Okay. And finally, how much, honestly, do either of you really remember of your wedding day and of the party? It's so busy.
We actually, I think I remember it all, to be honest. Both times. Just because it was a second marriage for both of us, and we just wanted immediate family and close friends. So we didn't do the big extended family on top of extended family. We just wanted it to be special.
And it was.
Both of them were.
I'm sure that there are details that I don't remember actually preparing for this evening. You know, I went back through photographs and I kind of relived it, and I'm sure there are details that I just don't remember, but there were a number of things that came back to me that I just don't think about that often, and so I think I remember most of it. I definitely remember standing in front of the rabbi and cantor and feeling comforted by that they seem to know what they're doing. Because you really can't think through, like, you know, what you're doing at all. But so, yeah, I remember the cello under the tent. I remember walking through the tent. I remember it was the most beautiful day. It was perfect weather, and I just remember, the only thing I really don't remember, though, I don't remember what I ate that night.
I think you ate. 'Cause
No.
I remember asking you, and you said you hadn't.
No, not during the day I didn't. But afterwards, when we had our dinner, I think I maybe had salmon. I don't remember, though. It was probably good, but I don't remember what we ate.
I have a question for the rabbi and the cantor. Have either of you done weddings where, because of fasting, the bride has fainted? Oh, okay.
Sometimes the groom gets you off, that's what you gotta watch.
Oh.
Jeez. The drinking starts in the bride's room.
And also, if there's a tish, there's a lot, but not for the groom.
And I was the guilty groom. I only had one drink, but
It was a big drink?
I had meat.
Oh. My daughter fainted dead away under the ketubah. So, and it wasn't the first bride married by that rabbi who had fainted. So maybe it was him. I don't know. I want to thank both of you for sharing. I mean, it's an intimate time. It's a public time, but it's an intimate time and a very special time. So, Cindy and Kirsty, thank you. Next month, on the 10th of April, we're going to have a fascinating discussion about conversion, a very important part of our ceremonies. Rabbi Alex and Cantor Frank, Sean, thank you for all of you for helping us to explore this, I think, a complicated subject. Thanks to Michael Berger for your generosity, which allows and encourages us to continue our journey of lifelong Jewish learning. Thanks to Joe Glickman and the entire board for supporting our L'chaim year. And Evie, even though you're watching through streaming, I feel your love and support. Now, I know you'll enjoy this oneg in the same way that you always enjoy the feast at the seudah at a wedding ceremony or a wedding celebration. So the oneg tonight was, of course, created by Zach Rosenblum and his team at Bloom and Rose. And no one ever starves at a Jewish wedding, and no one will starve at our oneg either. So thank you all. Shabbat shalom.
All right,
So
we're
wait a minute.
gonna do a little dancing here. You guys can go
Not-
down.
Not quite yet, Rabbi. I want to ask Ronnie something.
Oh,
So stay up. Go ahead.
Cindy can
Rabbi.
go down if you
Can
want.
I go down?
Yeah, just watch the cords there. Thank you. Ronnie, you talked about a lot of different traditions within the marriage ceremony, but we didn't talk very much about the celebration. I'd like to know if you know anything about the mezinke. No.
Did you just sneeze, Cantor?
No, I didn't sneeze. Raise hands if anybody's heard of the mezinke. Oh, Harvey. The mezinke is gegeben. Yeah, the mezinke is gegeben.
So we're gonna
Rabbi,
try it if
tell
you
me-
want to do it.
Rabbi, tell me about, well, that's another dance that the bubby does during the mezinke. See, there's a dance inside a dance. But Rabbi, Tell me about your experience with the Mazinke.
Well, I was just thinking about my mother-in-law. It was her final child's wedding, and so she got a very special dress that she actually hangs at her house, and she dressed like a queen, and we all danced around her. They were sitting down.
So the Mazinke is a song and a dance. It's not a very specific dance. It's just about like having a great time. And the father and the mother of traditionally the bride, but nowadays it's kind of like, could be your youngest child. When you've married off your oh, here we go. And we celebrate that, and the father and the mother, or they sit in that throne or in a chair, and they wear crowns.
Yeah, we had
on
special
their heads.
chairs made for them.
Special
yeah.
chairs and crowns, and if you don't have a crown, you take the napkins that the caterer provides, and you tie them in a special way so that you have like a crown type thing on your head, but maybe the husband has a little bit of a thing on it, whatever I've seen, right? So anyway,
Should we
I thought of
Should we
this.
do dancing? Should we?
Well, yeah, we're going to do something at the end that's more, but I want to just talk about in the third verse tonight of the Mazinke. We're going to sing the Mazinke. You need a couple words, and I'll give you those words. The bubby, the grandma, she dances the kozik, or the kazatska. Anybody know what I'm talking about now? We're going into traditional Judaism. Tell me. Anybody know what that is? You go. Rabbi, here, let's try it out, Rabbi. For when the Kazatsky comes on. Yeah. Right. Oh, you can do
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm just making sure you don't crash.
Sean doesn't want any more. We already had enough injuries on our bima.
Is
We've
there?
had enough.
Yeah.
The
Is there
last thing
any?
we need is her to go down.
Is there anyone here that knows how to dance the kazik or the kazatsky?
What about the bottle dance?
You remember the bottle dance from Fiddler on the Roof, right? Where you have so much, strength, so much koach, you could do it with a bottle, balancing a bottle on your head. Anyway, so this happens in the middle of the Mazinki that everyone is, celebrating. And then all of a sudden, the Kazatsky interrupts the Mazinke, right? This was a great wedding, Rabbi. This was just a great wedding.
My head is spinning from all the Yiddish.
Well, those were dances. All right. So I'm just going to read out loud what I'm going to be singing in Yiddish, if it all works out. So here we go. Louder, louder, make the circle wider. God has brought me good fortune. My youngest daughter is getting married. So rejoice with me. Stronger, freilicher. You the queen, I the king. I myself has witnessed how God has brought me happiness. Itzik, you rascal. So Itzik is Yitzchak or Isaac, whatever. But so if we were speaking Yiddish right now, if we wanted to call Yitzchak a rascal, we would say Itzik Spitzik, right? That's how you would speak to him. You say, you rascal. Itzik Spitzik. Itzik Spitzik, you rascal. Why is your bow silent? Well, apparently Itzik is one of the klezmer players, right? Are the musicians playing or are they sleeping? Have them tear the strings apart. So apparently the music's supposed to, should be expressing joy and happiness. Isaac, watch Grandma doing the kazatska. All right, Rabbi, just do a little, yeah. Here we go. And that's Bubby in the middle of all of this. Bubby, Grandma comes out and does the kazatska. And set the best table. Model, Shimon, the poor folk have arrived. Set the best table for them with the best wine and fish. My youngest daughter is getting married. De Mizinke ois gegeben. Try that. De Mizinke.
Ois given.
De Mizinke ois gegeben. All right, here we go. Remember, be kind to me.
There's a lot of Yiddish.
There's a lot. Oh, now comes the klezmer orchestra that needs to be set straight. Here we go. Itzig, spitzig, was schweigst du mit dem Schnitzig? Auf die Klezmer-Kugel schrei, sie spielen sie, sie schlafen sie. Reißt die Sonne, Sarah aufs Feld, die mir sinke, euch gegeben, die mir sinke, euch gegeben. All right, here comes the puppy. Eisig, matzig, die Bombe geht der Kosig. Here, Rabbi. Here we go. Anybody get it up? Woo, he's I think he likes it. Kleiner Horazen, Hosen, sie tupe, sie fret. Oi, ja Simcha, oi, ja Fred, die mir singe, ois gegeben. Die mir singe, ois gegeben. Woo!
All right, Naomi, we need you up here all the way from the Disney cruise. Naomi.
Singe.
We're going to turn to page 586. If you're able to rise, it's up to us to go and make this world better. There you go.
Okay, good.
Oh, what do you do? Page 591.
Shemot,
You may be seated as the gates are closed. We're going to turn to our Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. We do have among us the mourners Ruth Spivak's family, and our thoughts and prayers are with them in this difficult time. We're glad that you're with us tonight. We lost a number of other people as well recently. First of all, Larry Levin just passed today. The funeral will be, or yesterday, the funeral will be Monday at 10:30 at Temple Beth Tzedek, and Shivas will be at Cookies. Carol Ashkin as well passed with a funeral service on Sunday at 10. On our Shloshim list from the past month, we remember Carol Bowda, Marcia Bettigol, Louis Bernstein, Jerry Ruth Spivak. Ruth Spivak is this week, excuse me. Bev Stiver. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Jack Abels, Mark Baginski, Solomon Barden, Donald Barish, Pauline Bash, Bessie Fry Cohen, Harold Corris, Sylvia Gavin, did I have that wrong? Sylvia Gavin. Early Gagner, Robert G. Giddon, Reverend Emmanuel Gordon, Rebecca Greenberg, Abraham Greenman, Eleanor Hanan, Miriam G. Horowitz, Stephen Janis, Dr. Eric Kaminsky, Harriet A. Kantrowitz, Bina Kaufman, Elias Kaufman, Rose Kutzman Kushner, Isidore Liebenskind, Edgar R. Lyons, Alice Ziskin Morrison, Julius J. Pick, Frida Rakes, David Rosikoff, Rosa Rothstein, Isidore Snitzer, Jack Sperling, Rebecca Saltz, Abraham Al Weinstein, Isaac Worthman, and Thelma G. Weissman. If there's other names that weren't mentioned, just raise your hand.
Carol Brock.
All those whose custom it is to rise, page 598. Yitgadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma, Divrach, Chirute, V'yamlik, Malchute, B'chayechon, V'yamechon, B'chayed, Echol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau, V'zman, Kariv, Yimru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah, Mavarach, Leolam, Olmei, Almayah. Yitbarak, V'yishtabak, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitraman, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudusha, B'rechu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush b'chata v'nechamata, Damiran b'alma v'yimru, Amen. Yehi Shlam Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mramav, Huya says Shalom, Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yal kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. And let us say Amen.
Amen.
May their memories be for a blessing. Zikranam livracha. You may be seated. We're going to invite Bruce Corris up for announcements, hopefully on the shorter end.
Nice start to year 2. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I brought my pen with me. The announcements are being drastically edited this evening because a few things went a little long earlier in the evening, but that's okay. I'll bring them with me to the Oneg, so if you have questions about stuff I might not have mentioned, I'll talk about it during the Oneg. Anyway, we hope everyone enjoyed the service this evening, especially our speakers. Thank you to Kirsty and to Cindy. You added so much this evening. You, by the way, dance as well in Russian as you do in English and Hebrew. Forget it. Anyway, I don't even have time to joke with Joanne about the fact that we have a chuppah here and that if she... Never mind. Anyway. One of these One of these days, I'm going to joke with her about it, and she's going to say, yeah, let's get married tonight, and Robert will keel right over. Okay, thank you, of course, to Michael Berger for his so generous sponsorship of our L'chaim series and the Oneg tonight, catered by Bloom and Rose. Couple things that do need to make the cut. This Tuesday, next Tuesday, is the deadline for a Women of Shir Shalom event. They're going to the Lancaster Opera House to see The Odd Couple, also known as Chris and Julia, on April 18th. Next Tuesday is the deadline to let Amy O'Donnell know that you want to do that. So that is a deadline. Tonight is the deadline for signing up for our second night Seder on April 2nd. What? Oh yeah, tonight's the deadline. So talk to Joanne after the service, please, if you have not made your reservation yet. That is, of course, here in the building on Thursday, April 2nd, and it is led by these two and catered by Bloom and Rose. Very important announcement. It is. We want to let you know that we're very pleased to tell you that we have been awarded a security grant to help offset the cost of the off-duty officers, like Joe, who guard our Shabbat services and programs that serve or include families with your children. Those expenses, it gets a little complicated. Never mind. The security grant is through the Buffalo Jewish Federation and the Tepper Foundation, so we're very grateful for that. We have a new procedure for guests of the congregation. You are all welcome. Guests are always welcome here, but we encourage you to please sign in and provide photo ID. That is a new procedure we have just started this week. Thank you for your understanding. Please join us for the Oneg, sponsored by Michael Berger and catered by Bloom and Rose, and talk to me in the Oneg about the announcements I didn't give tonight.
That's the fastest.
Not Julia. What did he get?
Oh, I got 6 from Julia alone that didn't get.
No, but I'm saying that was his fastest ever. Oh, too fast. Oh, no. Oh, no, she wanted it longer. Everything was great in the service, except the announcements were too short. All right, we're gonna end with some dancing, and maybe we'll do hamotzi with it too. We have to do some, Hava Nagila, right? Because we're at a wedding. So if you want,
Chazan
Linda,
Kala,
can you
Mazel
help me a little
Tov.
bit? Simon
Simon
Tov, Mazel
Tov.
Tov. Anyone that wants
Hava
to
Nagila.
dance, come on out.
Just get on out there.
And
Here we go.
I don't think we
Did you hear
said
the music?
Ronnie did a beautiful job. And
Let's wish the Chazan Kala Mazel Tov. Let's celebrate this special day of love. Let's raise our voices to our God above as we all dance and sing this song of joy. Let's toast the bride, let's toast the groom, as we all drink and sing with joy around the room. Let's lift the bride up to the sky, as we all sing this song that makes us all so high. Clap your hands, stamp your feet, turn around, sing with me.
Hosen Kala, let's wish them Mazel Tov. Hosen Kala, with blessings from above, celebrating with the ones we love, dancing all night long. Hosen Kala, let's wish them Mazel Tov. Hosen Kala, with blessings from above, celebrating with the ones we love, dancing all night long.
Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and come on up! Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov. Yehelanu. Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Simon Tov. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and
Nagila hava, Nagila besnimacha. Hava, Nagila hava, Nagila hava, Nagila besnimacha. Hava
Niranana, hava niranana, hava urachim, urachim v'sameach, urachim v'sameach, urachim
Oh
my
good
God.
job, everyone.
Cantor, I don't think I've had as much fun at a service. This is like great. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. As you came in peace, please leave in peace. Please bring your prayer book minus the leaflet to the front. And go Sabres!
keep going. As long as you put up with me.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom. I would, that was fun. That was fun. I'm not sure it was the best service for Randy to come to. But anyway, I'm looking for a copy of your Mishpah list. I was hoping it was just over there. Joanne had asked Juliana to start. I had said, you know, because I do services all over, and people have asked for me to use your list as well as the one from TBZ.
Well, the rabbi must have
And
walked
so
out.
Joanne asked Julia, I looked, I didn't see it up
Well,
there.
sometimes he gives it to Harvey for the next morning.
Yeah, well, I'll ask
Oh,
Joanne.
wait, here, you could use this.
No, that's the Kaddish list. I'm talking about
Oh, the Mishabera.
Mishabera.
That's not, they don't.
no, they don't bring that. So, anyway, so she had asked Juliana to send it to me, and she did once. And then a couple of weeks later, I emailed her and I said, can you please send it to me? And she did once. And she just, thank you. I was gonna say maybe when Nancy comes back.
Yeah, Nancy's already started, so unless you can start something new with somebody new,
I'm sure Nancy.
you know what I mean? So that,
Because I do services